Hi, my name is Christy.
And my name is Kelsey, and in honor of the end of our AP Bio journey, we were assigned a final ecology project. For this project, we were given 3 options at Adventure, 2 of which were structured around activities we had started in class, and 1 which was free range.
The third was an independent and free-ranging project which caught the attention of both of us. Rather than clicking and viewing and studying different kinds of ecosystems online, we decided to venture out into our home Singapore and study the different kinds of ecosystems in the most popular types of nature reserves in Singapore. These activities have been dedicated to an online reservation in Africa where we were able to observe and analyze multiple different kinds of ecosystems.
Singapore is home to the tropics, but also an urban and westernized environment. With a growing economy and industries, Singapore has about 8,600 high-rises with a population of 5.612 million people. Since urbanization, rural areas where animals typically have their habitats have been pushed out of Singapore.
Thus, we wanted to investigate how Singapore ensures that there are still habitats provided for their native animals. So, we are going to be visiting the Botanical Gardens, which is a rainforest ecosystem, and Microji Reservoir, which is a rainforest ecosystem as well as a freshwater ecosystem.
In order to apply the concepts we learned over the course of our ecology unit in AP Bio, we will be identifying a rough estimate of the population size. So depending on how many animals we see, we will hopefully try and make an estimation, although it might be a little bit difficult for us to do. We'll also be looking for the keystone species, and that's pretty much based off of the research that we've done, so hopefully we'll be able to actually see the animal in action. The density dependent and independent factors, so that would be the amount of food available to a population or the climate, as that is a fixed sort of variable. You can't change the environment and the climate that's around the animals. An estimation for what we believe the carrying capacity to be for the populations, if possible. That would obviously be dependent on how we estimate the population size, and that is also in correlation to the density dependent and independent factors. The trophic interactions between the organisms, whether it's a predation relationship between the 2 animals where one benefits and one doesn't, or a mutualistic where they both, and such on. We'll be trying to identify those. And finally, the biodiversity that the entire ecosystem has as a whole.
On how matter cycles through the ecosystem. So we can focus on who are the decomposers, who are the primary producers, etc. So while we focus on who are the primary producers, we can think about, who takes in the most energy and how do they pass it along. We're also going to be focusing on the types of food chains based on each ecosystem, because obviously each ecosystem will have different keystone species, etc. Because our amount of time is limited to this project, we've decided to only do food chains rather than food webs so that we can focus on more concentrated areas of each ecosystem. So we're also going to be focusing on abiotic factors, which is basically anything that's non-living in the environment, like statues in the area and what is the actual environment composed of. So we're also going to be thinking about competition between species. So for example, if there are 2 secondary consumers in the food chain, like how are they going to compete for the types of resources that they both need to fit their niches? And lastly, 2 hypothetical instances. So what would be possible disturbances based on where the environment is? So is it more prone to fires or prone to flooding, etc.?
And the second hypothetical instance we'll be looking into is what would happen if the keystone species was removed from the environment or died off. Because we know based on our understanding of regulation that if the keystone species isn't there, there'll be a negative regulation upon the primary producers and reduce some of the other populations as well.
So that was pretty much just a little basis of what our project is going to be and how this video web series is going to go, and we're honestly really excited to be able to apply our knowledge from the course of AP Biology and everything that we learned throughout the year and apply it to understanding more about where we live and where we come from and the actual environment that surrounds us.
And we're also really excited that we get to explain our knowledge and everything with you guys, so we hope you enjoy this, and we'll see you at Botanical Gardens. Thank you, bye!